Hello, DS. How are you? Are you fine? What about your studies? I hope that you are studying very well in your home. You are doing all your works very well. You should continue it. Uh, because the eighth class, uh, next year you will go to the ninth class, high school. This is the last year of your middle section. Eighth class means the middle section, the last year. The next year, ninth class, you will go to the high school. So it is a basic and the last year of this middle section. Okay. So today we will study one more lesson in English grammar. Sorry, reader. I think that you are ready to study it. Are you ready? Okay, then you take your book. Take your book also. Take the book in your hand and just watch all these sentences. Okay. Very simple. 1, 2, 3, only 3 pages. Story simple, but this lessons gives us some message to us. That message is important to you. Okay. Then lesson number 30. Now, how I taught my grandmother to read. Here is a there is a story of a little girl. The little girl teached her grandmother reading and writing. That is important. You know the reading and writing. You know English. You know Hindi. You know Sanskrit. Maybe some other foreign language also. And you can also teach to others, to help others, how to read and how to write. That will be very great thing in your life. If you teach how to write or how to read, that is a great thing in your life. So help with illiterate people for reading and the writing. And this lesson gives that message to us. Okay, so we can directly go to the lesson. When I was a girl of about 12, here the girl, she has only 12 years old, just as your age. I used to stay in a village in North Karnataka with my grandparents. I used it is a common usage in English grammar. I used to stay in a village in Karnataka. This story was happened in Karnataka. This little girl, she was living with her grandparents in a village in Karnataka. Karnataka is a state, southern state of India. Okay. I used to stay in a village in North Karnataka with my grandparents. Those days, the transport system was not very good. Transport system also, there is no good facilities, all day names. There is no good transporting system, road transport, rail transport, air transport, we studied it. The transport, there is no good road, there is no sufficient buses, trains or cars or aeroplanes in that period. But those days the transport system was not very good. So we used to, So we used to get the morning paper only in the afternoon. The paper will come in a bus. The paper will come by bus. Only 1 or 2 buses per day from city to village. So the morning newspaper will get from afternoon, evening time. Why? There is no sufficient buses or other transporting system. So used to get the morning paper only in the afternoon. The weekly magazine used to come one day late. The weekly magazine. They bought a weekly magazine. They subscribed a weekly magazine. The weekly magazine came from the city. One day late. Weekly magazine means once in a week. Some magazines, weekly, it's not a weekly magazine, once in a week. That came one day late. In this case of newspaper, half day later. The morning newspaper will come even in the evening. Weekly magazine will come after one day. All of us would wait eagerly for the bus. One bus will come from the city. All the us in that village, they are eagerly waiting for the bus. For what? For the newspaper, for the magazine, etc. Which usually to come with the papers, weekly magazine and the post. And the letters. The letters will also come by bus. That will also read. The people are waiting for the papers. People are waiting for the magazines. People are waiting for the post. Okay. When I was a little girl, of about 12, I used to stay in a village in the North Karnataka with my grandparents. Those days the transport system was not very good, so we used to get the morning paper only in the afternoon. The weekly magazines used to come one day later. All of us would wait eagerly for the bus, which used to come with the papers, weekly magazines and the post. Okay. At that time, Triveni was the very popular writer in Kannada language. The Kannada is a language in Karnataka. The people used the Kannada language in Karnataka. The Triveni was the very popular writer in that period in Kannada. She was a wonderful writer. Triveni, that writer, she was a very wonderful writer. Her style was easy to read and very convincing. Convincing means worthy of belief. We can believe this her nature, her presentations, and her writing. All are very interesting. And the people read her stories eagerly, excitedly, and interestingly. She can convince his ideas to others to change, export her ideas to others. At that time, Triveni was a very popular writer in Kannada language. She was a wonderful writer. Her style was easy to read and very convincing. One of her novels, Kashi Yatra, appeared in serial form in the Kannada weekly, Karmaveera. Then it is the story of an old lady and her ardent desire to go to Kashi or Varanasi. One of her novels, Kashi Yatra. What was the name of the writer? Triveni. And Triveni is the name of the writer. And she has a novel. The name of the novel is Kashi Yatra. Appeared in serial form in Kannada weekly, Karmaveera. And it is a story. What is the story in Karmaveera? That magazine Kashi Yatra. What is the content in Kashi Yatra? Or what is the story in Kashi Yatra? It is the story of an old lady and her ardent means a strong desire to go to Kashi or Varanasi. It is the story of an old lady. The old lady wanted to visit Kashi or Varanasi. You know, the Kashi or Varanasi are the historical places and also the Holy Spirit, holy places. Everybody wants to visit Kashi or Varanasi once in their life because it is a holy place for pilgrimage. The most Hindus believe that going to Kashi and worshipping Lord Vishweshwara is the ultimate punya. And she believes that, especially the Hindus believes that going to Kashi and worshipping Lord Vishweshwara is an ultimate punya or aim in their life. The old lady also believed in this and her struggle to go there is described in that novel. In the story, there is also a young orphan girl who falls in love but there is no money for the wedding. In the story, there is also a young orphan. In the story, what young orphan means the child without parents, no parents, parents already died. And it is in this story, there is also a young orphan girl who falls in love, but there is no money for wedding. Actually, she falls in love for the wedding purpose. There is no money. In the end, the old lady gives away all her saving without going to Kashi. The last, the old lady, actually she collected some money in her home. For what purpose? To go to Kashi. To Kashi Varanasi. Last, she had given the all, some total of all monies to the poor girl to conduct this wedding. All her saving without going to Kashi. She says, the happiness of this orphan girl is more important than worshipping Lord Vishweshwarya at the Kashmir. The old lady thought that the worshipping of any god or Vishweshwarya, that is not important compared to help the poor girl. So help the needy people or help the deserved people, that was more important in your life. Some people are going to temple every day, but they are not helping others. But we should help others. We should pray. We should give respect and pray to the gods. The same time, we should help. We should understand the feelings or difficulties, sorrows of the others. That if we should help others, that is very helpful. That is also service to the God. That is also another type of prayer. So understand the meaning, the inner meaning of this story and apply in your life. And if you apply this story in your life, if you help the poor people, if you help the needy people, if you help the deserved people, that is also just as a prayer to the God. And understand this meaning. Understand the inner meaning of the stories. Okay? Next video we will meet again. Okay, bye.